So I was watching or I was listening to your spaces, with Mavia that you had yesterday, and then towards the end of that, you started talking about the idea of, like scholarships. We don't want to call them scholarships, but that's always been a little part of me because that was my introduction into Web3 gaming with Axie Infinity. And you said, you don't want to sugarcoat it, and I just want you to expand a little bit more on where you see the whole kind of like lending thing working with Illuvium, and maybe outside of land, because we've heard that with land that it'll be possible moving forward. But what about the idea of, like, say a guild wants to fund some players to go out in the overworld, mine resources, catch alluvials, play in tournaments, but those players don't have the funds to do it themselves. Like, do you see an easy way for that guild to fund them, and maybe split the resources that they get from
Mhm.
those runs?
Yeah, and that fundamentally is giving someone a job, right? Like, as much as people don't like to hear, like, that's why the whole, like, oh, it's a scholarship, like work for free type thing. Like, it's not that. These people are getting paid to work for you. In terms of Illuvium Zero, you're farming my crops. Like, if you think of it as like a digital version of a city complex that is generating resources, you have all these workers that go into the mills, they go into the hardware stations, and they build shit for you, and you pay them for that, right? And that's a job. And so the functionality, whatever you want to call it, I like doesn't worry me. But the functionality definitely can exist, and I don't know how long it can exist for in terms of economies inside of uh, Web3 games. But for now, it definitely exists in overworld. You're going to have situations where there are people that are time poor and they want to go and pay hundreds of people to go out and do overworld runs for them. And for that, they're going to say, okay, here's my rate. I'll do it for $3 an hour or $10 an hour or $50 an hour, whatever it is. And they work out an agreement. And for us, it's just about building the technology to facilitate that and allow someone to pull back their resources if they need to. Don't, have permissions on that wallet, so they're not allowed to sell fuel, or they can't like go and fuse a bunch of alluvials that you don't want fused. All of that kind of stuff are done on the permission side, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now, is that something that's being worked on at the moment, or something that could be coming in the future?
We're
Um,
not doing it, but it's a third party integration that's doing it.